I was 9, frozen against the cold garage wall, my stepdad's beer-soaked breath hot on my neck, his hands pinning my shoulders like vices. "You're becoming such a pretty girl," he whispered, his fingers digging in deeper. "Let me show you something special." My heart hammered so loud I thought it'd burst. I couldn't scream, couldn't move. All I could think was, this is it. No one's coming. But then, a shadow in the doorway. "Sorry to bother you." My cat got out, and in that split second, everything changed. This is the story of how a man everyone called a creep became my hero, and how we turned the tables on the real monster next door. If you've ever felt that gut-wrenching betrayal, when the people who should protect you are the ones breaking you, this one's for you. It's raw, it's real, and the payback? Oh, it's sweeter than ice cream on a summer day. Hit that like button if you're already rooting for justice. Subscribe for more Reddit revenge that hits you right in the feels. And buckle up. You won't believe how this ends. Picture this. A quiet suburban street, the kind where kids ride bikes until the streetlights flicker on, and barbecues smoke up the air on lazy Saturdays. That's where I grew up, or at least where I tried to. I was 9, all gangly limbs and big dreams, the kind of kid who collected fireflies in jars and believed grown-ups always knew best. My mom had remarried Jeff a couple years back. He was the perfect stepdad on paper. Tall, broad-shouldered, with that easy laugh that made everyone at block parties clap him on the back. He ran a security firm, coached Little League, even volunteered at the local thrift shop. But up close, his eyes lingered too long, his hug squeezed a beat too tight, and that smile, God, that smile, it never reached his eyes. It was like oil on water, slick and wrong. Then Thomas moved in next door. Single dad, mid-30s, with a scruffy beard and a beat-up truck. Word spread fast. He'd just lost custody of his 2 little girls. Something about an unstable home. Jeff took one look at him, unloading boxes, and marched over to me in the yard, his hand grazing my lower back. Always that graze, like he was marking territory. "That man there? Total creep," he muttered, his fingers pressing just a little too firm. "Don't worry, sweetheart. Daddy's gonna protect you." He flashed that smile again, the one that made my skin crawl, like he'd just won some twisted lottery because a predator had shown up to play the villain in his game. That very night, while Mom snored softly down the hall, I heard the drill whirring outside my window. Jeff was installing a security camera, he said, to keep an eye on that guy. But when I peeked out the next morning, my stomach twisted into knots. The lens wasn't aimed at Thomas's yard. No, it stared straight at my bedroom window, unblinking, like a predator's eye of its own. From then on, the safety checks started. After midnight, when the house went dark, my door would creak open, footsteps heavy and deliberate, the mattress dipping under his weight as he sat on the edge of my bed, his cologne, cheap and overpowering, like stale smoke, filling the room. "Men like Thomas," he'd whisper, his voice low and syrupy, leaning in so close I could feel the heat off his skin. "They watch little girls like you. They wait for moments when you're alone. They want to touch, to take." His hand would rest on my knee, thumb circling slowly, as he painted pictures in my head that made bile rise in my throat. I'd squeeze my eyes shut, fists balled in the sheets, whispering to myself, "He's protecting me. This is normal, right?" But deep down, a voice screamed, "Run!" The first time I cracked, spilling it all to Mom, she was elbow deep in a laundry basket in the living room, the TV droning some sitcom laugh track. "Mom," I blurted, my voice wobbling like a tightrope. "Jeff comes into my room at night. He touches me funny. And that camera, it's watching me, not Thomas." She didn't even look up at first, just kept folding those endless towels, her lips pursing like I'd complained about bedtime. "Oh, honey," she sighed, finally glancing over with that annoyed flick of her eyes, the one that said not this again. "Jeff loves you like his own. He's just protecting you from that creep next door who stares at you every time you play outside." She pulled me into one of those half-hearted hugs, her arms stiff like she was checking a box. "Stop being dramatic. Go do your homework." But here's the gut punch. Thomas didn't stare. Not at me, not at any kids. School bus rolls up, he'd wave politely and vanish inside. Families strolling by with strollers, he'd clip his hedge or something, eyes down. The only time he popped out was calculated. Like when Jeff dragged me for special ice cream runs, his hand heavy on my thigh in the truck, or to the park where he'd accidentally bump me during tickle fights that dragged on forever. His laughs too loud, his grips too insistent. That's when Thomas would materialize, walking his lanky mutt or hosing down his driveway, eyes sharp, never saying a word. And that damn kiddie pool Jeff set up one sweltering afternoon, the one where he handed me this tiny bikini, all ruffles and strings, way too small, making my cheeks burn as it rode up, Thomas was right there, suds dripping from his sponge, watching not me, but Jeff. Like he knew Jeff ramped it up after that. Baths became his thing when Mom pulled late shifts at the diner, his rough hands soaping my back too slow, too thorough, murmuring about how I was growing up so fast. Tickle fights turned into wrestling matches where I'd gasp for air, pinned under his weight, his knee pressing between my legs. My body betrayed me every time. Heart racing, skin flushing, but not from fun, from terror, the kind that coils in your gut like barbed wire. I'd bolt to my room after, scrubbing my skin raw in the shower, whispering, "Why won't anyone see?" It all shattered that humid afternoon in the garage. Mom was at work. Jeff had cracked open beers since lunch, the cans sweating on the workbench like guilty secrets. I was fetching his toolbox when he cornered me, blocking the door, his shadow swallowing the light. "You're becoming such a pretty girl," he slurred, hands clamping my shoulders, shoving me back against the rough cinder block wall. The grit bit into my skin. His face loomed, eyes glassy and hungry, fingers trailing down my arms. "Let me show you something special." Panic clawed up my throat, hot, choking. I couldn't breathe, couldn't scream. All those safety talks looped in my head. Strangers are dangerous. Lock your doors. Trust Daddy. His hand squeezed tighter, sliding lower, and I swear my vision tunneled, the world narrowing to his whiskey breath and the zipper rasp of his jeans. Then, click, the side door creaked. "Sorry to bother you." Thomas's voice cut through, calm as lake water. My cat got out, orange tabby. "Mind if I check in here?" Jeff's head snapped up, face morphing from predator to pal, that fake grin snapping into place like a mask. His hands dropped like they burned him. "No cat here, Thomas. You should leave." But Thomas stepped in anyway, casual, scanning the shadows. I definitely saw him dart this way. "Let me just peek behind those boxes." "Leave!" Jeff barked, voice cracking sharp. "Just need to find my cat," Thomas echoed, unmoving, eyes locked on Jeff's like steel cables. I didn't think. I just moved, slipping past in a blur of adrenaline, bolting inside, slamming the door behind me. My chest heaved, legs jelly, but I was out, safe, for now. That night, the family meeting was a farce. Mom and Jeff on the couch, me perched on the ottoman like a criminal. Thomas is trying to tear us apart, Mom said, her voice quivering with rehearsed tears. You stay away from him here. Trust your stepdad. He wants what's best. Jeff nodded, all solemn, but his eyes bored into me, promising payback. I nodded, mute, but inside, rage simmered. Thomas saved me. You're the liar. The next day, spotting Thomas with his dog on our quiet street, golden leaves crunching underfoot, the air crisp with fall, the dam broke. Words tumbled out in a rush. Jeff does things. He touches me. The camera. Everything. Thomas didn't flinch, didn't pity, just knelt to my level, voice a steady anger. I know. I've been documenting it all. He glanced around then. Come on, we're going to the police. The station was a sterile buzz of fluorescence and coffee stink. I spilled it all. The checks, the touches, the fear. My small hands twisting in my lap. But instead of help, laughter. The desk sergeant eyed Thomas like trash. Stop manipulating this young girl, sir. Jeff Morrison coaches our kids' teams, runs that thrift shop. He'd never. You, though. He trailed off, smirking at Thomas's file. A female officer pulled me aside, but her questions, all about Thomas. Has he touched you? Said weird things. No matter how I screamed the truth, it bounced off her like rain on glass. They shoved us out, threats hanging. One more report and you're under arrest, pal. Jeff knew before we hit the driveway. Mom's face was fury red when I walked in, grabbing my shoulders, shaking till my teeth rattled. Do you know what people will say? Jeff's reputation, poof, gone because of you. Behind her, Jeff loomed, hand adjusting his belt, eyes devouring. That night, God. He slipped in after the house stilled, door clicking shut like a trap. I won't relive the details, the weight, the pain, the silence forced down my throat, but when he finally left, reeking of satisfaction, I was shattered glass, curled fetal on sweat-damp sheets, body throbbing, mind a scream. An hour, two, time smeared. Then a spark. Thomas. Window up, silent as sin. I climbed out, bare feet tearing on gravel, limping across the moonlit yard to his back door. Knock, knock, heart in my throat. The door cracked and Thomas's face softened. But inside, his girls 5 and 7 huddled on the couch under a throw blanket. Bruises bloomed on their arms like poisonous flowers, purple splotches, yellow edges, fresh and vicious. My breath hitched. Oh God, another monster? I backed up ready to bolt, terror fresh and electric. The older one spotted me first, eyes saucer wide. She jumped up, but not aggressive. I'm worried. Dad, is she okay? She's bleeding. The little one scrambled after. She looks hurt bad, Daddy. Like we did when Mommy... Her voice trailed, tiny hand pointing at fading marks on her own leg. Thomas shushed gently. Alexandria, take Lily upstairs. I'll help her. But the girls hesitated, eyes darting between us. Dad, she needs help, like we did. Remember when you found us at Mom's? Lily grabbed my hand, soft, trusting. It's okay. Our dad saves people. He saved us from Mommy. Their words pierced the fog. Thomas guided me to the couch, blanket draped, keeping space. A chair across, hands visible. Ambulance? He asked, phone out. No. It ripped from me raw. They'll send me back. Mom won't believe. Police think you're lying. His hand trembled as he set the phone down. Your injuries? I cut in, voice cracking. Those bruises. You do that? His jaw tightened. Not at me. At ghosts. Their mother. 3 months of hell. They called 2 days ago, crying. She'd been drinking, locked him in a closet. He fetched a folder, thick as a Bible. Photos of black eyes, rib shadows on x-rays, text from her. Send more money or the girls get it. Court gave her custody anyway. She lied, said I was violent, paid a buddy to perjure. And my past. He rubbed his temple, voice dropping. Not kids, but enough for her paint job to stick. The room spun quiet, my blanket cocooned tight. Past? But his eyes haunted, not hungry. I need to document Jeff, he said soft. Photos, write it all. We build a case they can't ignore. Notebook thrust my way. Start from the beginning. When did he first slam car door outside? Jeff's truck early. Mom's behind. He knows, I whispered, ice in veins. Thomas moved like smoke. Girls, quiet time. Kitchen, windowless, pounding erupted. Boom boom on his door. Thomas, open up. I know she's in there. Jeff's bellow rattled glass. Thomas at the door, chain on. She's safe, Jeff. Go home. Safe? You kidnapped her. Open her, I call cops. Please do. Thomas even. I'll show him her injuries. Silence. Mom's wail. Please, Thomas. She's confused. Makes up stories. Let me take my daughter. She's not making up. And you know it. More quiet. Then Jeff low. Venom drip. You have no idea who you're messing with. I know people. Losing your kids. That was nothing. I'll bury what's left of your sad life. Everything's recorded. Thomas shot back. Keep threatening. Kick. Thud. Door shuddering. Jeff's roar fading into argument. Maybe call police. Shut up. Want everyone knowing your daughter's a liar? Engines idled. Headlights searing night. They're watching. I peeped through blinds. Good, Thomas said. Let 'em. Notebook back. Right? Date it. Specifics. My pen scratched shaky. Incidents, touches, threats, words blurring wet. He brewed tea, steam curling like comfort, then upstairs for story time. His voice a lullaby shield. An hour ticked. Truck still hummed. 3 pages filled when he returned. They're asleep. You? Scared. Hurts. Tired. Nod. Morning. Hospital. Document. Lawyer. Jeff knows people. So do I. Ones who help kids. Notebook heavy. What if no one believes? Then we try again. He sat across. I've watched Jeff months. The looks, excuses, that bikini day. Photos. Pool from his windows. Late visits when mom's gone. Your face after his outings. Photos. Folder 2. Notes timestamped. Pics of me shrinking from his truck. Body screaming no. Why? I breathed. Recognized it. Grooming. Isolation. My ex did it to the girls. Lied while hurting them. Couldn't let it happen again. Knock. Back door. We jumped. Mr. Thomas? Piping voice. Mrs. Grant from down the street. Saw the commotion. His eyes questioned. I nodded. In she shuffled. 70-something. Silver bun. Cardigan soft as clouds. Took one look. Blanket. Tears. Notebook. Oh dear. Sat heavy. What's happened? Jeff hurt me. Burst out. No one believes but Thomas. Her mouth thinned. Wondered. The way he watches you? How you flinched to Thomas. That why Jeff's parked like a watchdog? Intimidating. Police blew us off. Of course. Coaches their kids. Funds raisers. She patted my hand. Warm. Steady. What do you need? That undid me. Sobs racked. Ugly. Shoulder shaking. Phlegm and snot. She held on. Thomas tissues. Truth out first. She said. Phone out. Calling my daughter. Social worker. Next county. No ties. Calls flew. I wrote till cramps seized. Truck peeled at midnight. midnight. Thomas. Spare mattress in girl's room. They stirred. Staying? Lily whispered. Just tonight. That's what Dad said for us. But 2 days now. Giggles. Dark enveloped. Their breaths even. Safe. But Jeff? He'd claw back. Morning, grim Thomas, phone thrust. Neighborhood Facebook ablaze. Thomas lured her. Climbed his window. Manipulates troubled kids about loving dads.